and I'll happily be a clown. We're not a reality show. Fall in love, have no regrets, and so the audio does work, which is great. So hey guys, it's Stuart. We're back with the Q&A, the not gonna lie Q&A. It's anonymous texting, you know, like they send a message, you don't see who said it. It's basically Q&A for Instagram. It's integrated into the Instagram Meta app, which is pretty cool. I would like to have literally just like what I do with Q&As is I take the questions and then just go straight onto video and record here, but it won't allow me. Oh, there is actually a feature that says like who sent this. I don't want to break anyone's anonymity. The whole reason why I want to do this Q&A is people feel like they have more power, you know, when they're behind a shield. So we are actually on our hike up Moilusha. Moilusha being my mountain. I don't care what anyone else in the rest of Ireland says, it's my mountain, guys. So my first question is, do you miss loyal followers? No, gosh. I don't want to be the person that, you know, is kind of in it for just the freaking followers anymore. There was a point where, like, with everything with social media, you want to build it up, you want to gain that follower base, that fan base. And slowly, for me, over the 2 years of building up my platform, it deviated from wanting to gain followers to broadening the community that I'm making. When you have followers, it's essentially that they're behind you, you know, like they're following you. I'd rather walk with people, if that makes sense. It's great to be a leader, but I'd rather be a mentor. And this actually comes back to a recent interview I did with someone for a podcast all about leadership and mentorship and what it means to be a good one. So that's the first question. Second question. Do you know the legend of Scotia, the Egyptian princess, and her connection to Ireland? I don't. No, I do. Oh, that Scotia sounds familiar, but that might just be Nova Scotia. I'm just going to say no and play ignorance. Biggest turn on and biggest turn off. Okay, biggest turn on, and I know this is weird. It's I like talking. Like genuine deep conversations about prolific things, about existential things, about big things. That's what I like talking about. Biggest ick is constantly gossiping. Gossiping and being judgmental is like a fundamental human thing, you know, but constantly doing it just for the sake of lowering someone else's, you know, opinion of another person. I don't like that. I don't like putting other people down for no reason. There's a difference between critiquing someone and constantly, what would be the good word, and constantly tearing them down. Question. What do you think about this quote? Fear keeps you away from doing amazing things. Jesus, that's existential. That's a powerful quote because it is very true, and it's actually scientifically proven. When you are about to put yourself into a state of stress, ooh, look at that one freaking piece of hair. When you're about to put yourself into a state of stress, fear, or panic, your body, your mind essentially is going to want to keep you away from that. It's going to put like a spotlight effect on all the reasons why you shouldn't do something. But these are instantaneous choices that our mind makes for us. And what we need to do is tell our mind, give us the choices, tell us why we should and shouldn't do it, but let us decide. And by us, I mean our willpower. There is a constant battle in your mind going from being on autopilot, making the choices based on emotions, and willpower, making those conscious decisions based on want and need. It's all about activating your prefrontal cortex and tricking your mind over your mind tricking you. So case in point, can I put you down? I'm going to be sticking you into walls. Maybe not. Case in point is I want to start getting up early in the morning. So I'm going to set my alarm for half an hour earlier. The alarm goes off in the morning and I'm like, I don't really want to get up, I'm too tired. Your mind is giving you all the reasons why you shouldn't get up, but you need to go, no, I need to get up. And this goes to Mel Robbins and her 5-second rule, where you instantaneously don't give your mind time to put the spotlight effect on what the reason is you shouldn't do something, and instantaneously do it because you know the end goal and the need outweighs the want in this case, try and stay in bed later. I hope that makes sense. Did you ever get your phone fixed? I thought the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra was water resistant. So did I, and I did actually. This is it. I got it fixed yesterday. This place in Pear in Limerick in the Crescent Shopping Centre, and I told them my situation, and like these guys were really, really nice and very accommodating and just explained everything in layman's terms for me, because like I'm an idiot. They were so nice, and they said they'd give it a try of everything, and they did, and they fixed it, and it works perfectly now. And it cost me like less than 100 quid, and I was going to like 2 other places in Clare and Limerick, and they were costing like 200-300, and these people like did it for 70-60. There are people who are going to try and take advantage of you, but Pear in Limerick were just really sound, really nice, and I'm going to go back to them like for everything. I'm actually really annoyed at myself. I've got the Gorilla Pod. Why am I holding the camera? Don't ask me what that face was. What was our next question? I know you've spoken about your mental struggles in the past, so I wanted to ask, how are you? I'm living. Essentially, that's all I can say. I am living. I am grateful for the life I have. I suffer from depression, which is, it is what it is. It's not a case of I'm just going to get sad. I get ridiculously sad. Do you know there's different forms of depression? And I don't take medication anymore. I put myself into nature. I make myself proactive. I give myself tasks to do and what I call steps when I ride the proverbial wave. So I think this is the analogy that I create when I think of myself going into absolute states of depression and anxiety and feeling lost and numb, as though I'm no purpose in life. I'm riding a wave, you know, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, cortisol, depression, anxiety, anger, hate, resentment. I'm grateful for the life, the opportunity, the goals I've set myself. And when those days hit, I need to remind myself all the reasons why I do what I do. On the really bad days, I remember how I'm actually making people smile and happy and laugh and cringe and, you know, think. And it helps. It makes me feel like when I don't have purpose, that I do. I'm a clown, and I'll happily be a clown. Look at that. Let's go to the next question. Not gonna lie, fix your features. Have a swiping option. Better user interface. Do I like traveling? What are some countries you would like to visit? I would love to visit France, and I'd love to actually get into Paris. Nepal, Vietnam, South Asia, Egypt. I was such a nerd for Egyptian mythology when I was younger. I'd love to go to Greece, Italy. To visit as many countries as I can before I die. Just so long as I don't die while visiting, you know? Next question, we need to keep walking, otherwise we won't get like up halfway this hill. Do I like tattoos? If affirmative, do you have any? Or am I planning on getting some? I love tattoos. I love art, and I love, you know, what people can actually create in terms of tattoos and their body. But I have none. I went to get one once, heard the sound of the needle, and I went, yeah, bye. Made the appointment, had my tattoo picked out. They weren't doing my stencil yet. I was going with my father in Bulgaria. He was getting a touch up, I was getting my first tattoo. It was like the theater masks. Second I heard the bloody needles. I was like, Daddy, bye-bye. Would be the little prince. It's not a hat, it's an elephant tattoo. And if you know that reference, you know why I want. Weirdest fan encounter. Ooh, I have stories. I was in a Starbucks for like the first time in ages. And this person had my Snapchat, and they're like, oh my God, you're in Starbucks because of my Snap Map. Stay there, I want to meet you. And I got very anxious and scared. I didn't know who this person was. I don't know why I added them. So I picked up everything and I just bolted from the Starbucks and I ran up like the whole street because I was unwilling to meet this random person. Yeah, and then soon after I deleted Snapchat. Next question. Weirdest trend I've done. I did the WAP trend with fairy lights all on me. That was an interesting one. What do you think about fanfiction if it were written about you? I've read some of it. Lots of it. It's interesting reading fanfiction about yourself and reading the scenarios that people put you in, and you're just like, okay. The other part to this is some fanfiction is good, some fanfiction is great, others is like, I did what in the pool? Also, do you have any boundaries that we as fans should know about? Basic human decency would be nice from certain people. You know that a person doesn't need to divulge and share every intricate bit of their personal lives online. And if you're demanding that, that says a lot more about you than it does about the person not sharing it online. We're not a reality show. Still like so many questions left. So, oh my gosh. Next question. Least favorite asked question. Another reason why people would like ask me questions, and the fact new people would ask the same questions because they just don't know the answer. I guess I don't have a least favorite asked question, but you know, it does get tiring sometimes. I guess that's my least favorite then. Is my accent, and if I am Irish. Yeah, because of my accent. And because of why don't I know more Irish? Very few people know Irish, which is a horrible thing. Like, it is our national language in Ireland, but it's not predominantly spoken. I think only like 20% of the whole nation speaks Irish. I think more people speak Polish statistically. Ooh, there's a lot of flies, I want to move. Boom. Let's climb over a fence. Would you date a man asking for a friend? Yeah. Like, is that news? I'd have to have interest with people, if that makes sense. Last question. If life stopped today, what would you regret doing? Not living enough of life. Being too scared and worried about what other people think. Being scared of myself. I've lived so long being afraid of being me that I've wasted so many years that I could either live in regret of not living those years, or I can take the years that I've left and live them to the fullest. I am trying to now. Some days it's hard. And I end the Q&A on this question. Life is too short to be worried about the stupid things. Have fun. Do whatever makes you smile and happy. You know, fall in love. Have no regrets. And don't let people bring you down. Very grateful to everyone who is here. Thank you for all your love and support. We hit 55k on YouTube, which is crazy. Much love to you. Peace. The sun isn't waiting for God to allow it to shine. So you need to stop waiting for people to allow you to be happy. Do you get me?